Did you know that 95% of your thinking happens in your subconscious mind? And if you want to tap into the full potential of your mind, you need to really understand that you have a subconscious mind and a conscious mind. You need to know the difference. You need to know how they work differently so that you can really learn what is directing your thoughts, your feelings, and indeed your actions. So we always think we're making decisions consciously. We always think we're making these conscious decisions that direct our life, but that's not true. There is so much happening beneath the surface. You see, I'll give you a great example. 500 years ago, the thing that killed you more than disease or wars was hunger. And even today, we are unconsciously scared of hunger. So our conscious mind does this. Hey, I'm going to eat really healthy food. I've got some nice chicken at home from yesterday. I'm going to finish work, take the train home, and wait to have that lovely chicken and vegetables. But then we feel hungry. And our subconscious goes, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I'm dying of hunger. I need to eat now. And suddenly we reach for a Kit Kat or some candy or some food that's kind of junk. Because even though we consciously want to wait to eat better food, the fear of hunger makes us eat badly. In a restaurant, we order a lovely dinner. I know that's coming, but I'm hungry now. And they've just put the bread basket and now I've eaten 3 bread rolls. Why did I do that? Because your subconscious is scared of hunger. It's scared of heights. It's scared of many things. Imagine this. You go to a building, a really high building. Like I went to the CNN Tower in Canada, and you walk to the edge and you know the glass is that thick, and you look down and your stomach drops because your subconscious is operating from fear. Get away from the edge, you fool. You could die. And we feel scared, but that is a total subconscious. The conscious goes, come on, this is safe. I've got a big glass window. I'm completely safe. But the fear of falling is a subconscious fear. Almost all fears are subconscious fears, but the conscious doesn't help. Imagine you have a fear of dogs and someone's holding a little chihuahua and they go, oh no, it's so cute and it's a little baby and it loves people and it won't bite. And even though you hear that consciously, your subconscious is going, no, it can bite me, it will scratch me. Those yappy little things are vicious. And you're beginning to see, aren't you, that the conscious mind is powerless against the subconscious mind, because here's the thing, the subconscious is the feeling mind and the conscious is the logical mind. In a battle between logic and emotion, emotion always wins. People wouldn't fight over football teams or parking spaces or a line in a store if things were logical. So the subconscious mind is the emotional mind, the feeling mind, and the conscious mind is the logical mind. In a battle between the conscious and the subconscious wins. But you can make that work to your benefit. When you see an iceberg, you see the tip, and that's like the conscious mind. Underneath the vastness is the subconscious mind that you don't even realize is steering, directing you all the time, but you can make this work in your favor. You see, you can't use the conscious mind to defeat the subconscious mind. It just doesn't work. If I said to you, hey, if you stand on a bar stool, I'll give you $500. Your conscious mind goes, $500? I'll stand on the bar stool. But if that bar stool became a really high balcony, hundreds of feet up, with no railings, I just stand on that tiny space, the space of a bar stool, the subconscious fear that you might fall would always defeat the logic that would go, hey, I can do it. You could walk a plank if it was raised a foot off the floor. Wouldn't even think about it, because your subconscious, if you fall off that plank, you're going to fall a foot, it won't hurt. If that plank becomes put between 2 high-rise buildings, no one's going to walk it. Because the conscious that says I could walk this when it was a few inches off the floor is overruled by the subconscious that goes, are you kidding? If you stand on that and fall, you will be dead. So the subconscious is always in charge. And if you're not sure, let me show you. So I want you to imagine you're holding in your hand right now a big fat lemon. Just hold your hand up to your mouth like I am. Close your eyes just for a moment and imagine you are holding half of a big, fat, juicy lemon. I want you to breathe in. That's it. And smell that great smell of half the juicy lemon. I want you to squeeze that lemon until drops of lemon appear on the surface. I want you to stick out your tongue and lick off those lemon drops. And now I want you to open your mouth and shove that half a lemon into your mouth and start to eat it. That's right. Suck that lemon. Chew all the flesh. Swirl it around your mouth. Eat all of that lemon flesh. Bite it, chew it, suck it, eat it. Keep eating that lemon. Keep eating that lemon. And what's happening is your taste buds are going to start to pucker and you're going to pump out saliva as you imagine eating half a lemon, chewing it, sucking it, biting it, sucking out the juice. Your subconscious mind is thinking, wow, that's a lemon. That's very acidic. That can wash away tooth enamel. And by the way, a few hundred years ago, you needed your teeth just to eat. There were no purees and NutriBullets. So your subconscious mind is, okay, lemon juice is not good for your health. Let me wash it away. Your conscious is like, don't be ridiculous. There's no lemon. So here's a question. Did you pump out saliva to a thought? The answer is probably yes. Here's a better question. Was there a lemon? The answer is yes or no. But by the way, both answers are correct. Yes, there was a lemon. I felt that lemon. My body reacted to that thought and I was puckering. My lips were contorting. I was making saliva. So there was definitely a lemon in my imagination. The other answer, no, there wasn't a lemon. Well, no, there wasn't a physical lemon in your conscious mind. But the idea of the lemon was in your subconscious mind and you reacted to an idea. We always react to the pictures we make in our head and the words we put in our mind. You know, if you were lying in bed taking a nap at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you heard somebody walking up to your door and knocking on it, think, oh, who's that? Probably Amazon, maybe a package. But if you were lying in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and you heard footsteps coming to your door and a loud knock, your subconscious would think, what's that? Something bad. Who's knocking on my door at 2 a.m.? So the same action, somebody walking behind you in the middle of the day, feels very different to somebody walking behind you late at night in the dark. Because it's how your subconscious perceives what you're thinking, feeling, acting. You've probably heard the greatest fear is the fear of speaking in public. And that's actually not true. The greatest fear is the fear of being rejected. And that is a completely subconscious fear. 500 years ago, if you got rejected, banished, cast out, ostracized, you probably wouldn't even live. We needed a whole tribe to hunt for food, to be in a group, to be protected from invaders and wild animals. So we had to belong. Our survival was linked to finding connection and simultaneously avoiding rejection. Today, we could live on our own in an apartment, have Amazon deliver our stuff. We could live until we're 105 and never see a soul. I wouldn't advise that. But today, we don't die of rejection. But you know what? We still feel like we would. All those songs, I'll die if you leave me. I can't live without you. You're the only person for me. You're my twin flame, my soul tie. Don't leave me this way. I can't survive. I can't stay alive. That's not even true. But all these songs tap into the subconscious fear. I'll die if you leave me. The conscious knows, no, you won't. You'll find someone else. It's fine. But you see how our emotions are wired into our subconscious behavior. Our fears are primal fears. They are ancestral fears. They're not real, but they feel absolutely real. So what can you do about it? how is knowing all of this helpful? Well, actually, it's very helpful. Let's go back to the first thing. I'm about to take the train home or drive home, or I was just about to go out for lunch, and my boss said, hey, I've got a really important meeting. We're going to pile in. Lunch is going to wait another 90 minutes. And my first thought is, I need a Kit Kat. I need anything, because I'm starving. That's your subconscious mind. But your conscious go, hey, I feel like that, but it's not true. I can easily wait 90 minutes. In 90 minutes, I can go out and I can have proper food. I can wait. I'm choosing to wait. So when you start to dialogue with your subconscious mind, yes, the cake does look nice, but hey, I'm choosing to eat an apple. Yes, the pizza smells great, but I'm choosing to have salads and grilled fish and chicken. Yes, that ice cream looks great, but I'm choosing to have some fresh berries instead. You are actually learning to dialogue with the subconscious mind and say, I know you think I'm so hungry, got to eat now, but I'm choosing to wait. I find that singing a little song is a great way of dialoguing with your subconscious. Whenever I'm in a situation, recently my entire house was flooded. It was a little stressful dealing with the builders, and it took a long time. And every day before I went to meet them, I'd play a song by Bob Marley. Don't you worry, because every little thing is going to be all right. Then I'd play a song by East 17. All right, all right. Everything's going to be all right, because singing sends a message to the subconscious mind that is in fear that, oh, this is okay. Politicians do that. Boxers do it. When you hear a good song, I'm having the time of my life, don't stop me now. You're changing everything in the subconscious mind that sees singing or whistling as a sign that you must be happy. If you're in the gym and you go, oh, I hate being in the gym, I really want to go home, and you start to sing, I love it, I love it, I love it, the subconscious mind picks up, oh, you want this, you like it. So the way to have a bridge between your subconscious feelings and your conscious logic is to use songs, to use affirmations, to use words. I want this. I've chosen this. I like this. I had a time in my life when I had to have a lot of blood tests. So many, in fact, that I actually began to really not like that. And I noticed that if I coughed when they put the needle in, or if I got my phone and went, hold on a minute, just going to look at the screen, there's my arm, do what you want to do, I'm reading something, that my conscious was so absorbed that my subconscious forgot to be in fear. If I said, is it going to hurt? How long will it take? How thick is that needle? If I looked at it, it was very different. But if I looked at my screen, sang a song, or particularly coughed, that was distracting my subconscious mind, and it really was super effective. Here's something I love. Your thoughts control your feelings control your actions control your behaviors and indeed events. But stop working on changing consciously, work on changing subconsciously by learning how to dialogue with your subconscious mind like it's your best friend, your most loyal ally. One of the best things you can do ever, and it's so easy, is when you feel nervous, you go, hey, I'm excited. Oh, my stomach's doing somersaults, my stomach's in knots. Never say it's because I'm nervous, I'm in bits. Some on the floor say, I'm excited, I'm so excited. Because here's the thing, feeling nervous and feeling excited are almost identical. And you have a choice to say to your subconscious mind, I'm excited, I'm going on a date with someone amazing, and they're going to find out how amazing. I'm going for an interview. I'm going to ace it because I am excited. I'm doing something challenging. I'm excited. And if you keep saying you're excited, your subconscious mind, the feeling mind, will start to feel, oh, that feeling's excitement. Okay, if you say it's excitement, it's excitement. And now your subconscious and conscious are aligned for your benefit. Don't go to an exam saying, oh, I've forgotten everything. My mind's like a sieve. Go, I remember it all. It's all coming back to me now. I use that line Celine Dion sings, it's all coming back to me now. Whenever I'm taking a test, doing an interview, having to remember I sing the line of that song. It was not long ago, and it's all coming back to me now. I tell my subconscious, give me the information. I don't go, oh, my mind's like a sieve, I've forgotten, I'm in a panic, my mind's emptied, I'm a nervous wreck. I tell my subconscious how I wish to feel. I know I feel anyway, but I choose to interpret the feeling as excitement, a challenge. It's amazing. I'm ready. All right. It's all going to be all right. And I promise you, when you do that, it's life-changing. Check out my next video here.